Okay, magandang umaga po sa inyo lahat. Okay, allow me to share to you yung mga programs and project ng Education Facilities Division. I understand hindi nakasama yung mga division engineers dito sa cluster meeting na to. We only invited yung mga regional engineers. Anyway, lahat naman ipipresent ko has been presented to division engineers, and let me just share to you yung mga project na ini-implement ng mga regional engineers and mga division engineers nito. Okay, to start with, ito po yung 2018 BEFF budget natin. BEFF stands for Basic Education Facilities Fund. And we have a budget of 84.78 billion for the construction of classrooms. Approximately 28 classrooms to be constructed, intended for K-12. And ito pong budget na ito, dina-download po natin niya o binibigay po natin yan sa DPWH, and wherein DPWH siya po ang nag-i-implement ng ating project for new constructions. Tanda pa, new construction are being implemented by DPWH. Next, under also the BEFF, we have a budget of 6.8 billion. This is for the repair of 20,385 classrooms. Ito pong repair are being implemented ng division engineers. Pinapabid po ito sa division level, ini-implement po siya ng ating mga division engineers. Next, we also have budget for the school furniture program amounting to 3.47 billion. Ang priority po dito, lahat po ng newly constructed school buildings, kailangan ma-provide ng school furniture. And of course, yung mga nangangailangan din, kailangan bigyan natin po sila. Dito din po yung pinapasok sa programa na ito. And for 2018, we will be introducing bagong design po ng school furniture. We call it the two-seater table. Yung po yung bibilin ngayon ng ating mga regional offices and central office. 2018 school furniture program, hindi na po i-implement ng division office, wherein ang regional engineer po ang magkakontak ng procurement. Next, under the BEFF, we also have the school electrification program amounting to 2.97 billion. Ang program naman po nito is intended for schools na wala pong kuryente. Pro-provide po natin sila ng kuryente kung nangangailangan sila ng solar electricity, pwede po natin silang bigyan. And in this project, kasama din po yung tinatawag na upgrading of electrical facilities sa mga existing schools. Next, we also have a 2 billion fund for the restoration of Gabaldon and other school heritage school buildings. This is also being implemented by the division office. Now, this is our initial accomplishment for 2018 under the BEFF fund. For new construction, wala pa po kami nada-download, wala pa po kami na isasubmit sa DBM. We are still awaiting for the final list of schools na isasubmit sa atin ng DPWH kasama po yung program of work. And hopefully by this March, makakapag-submit po kami sa DBM for the release of SARO. For the classroom repair ng 2018, which has a budget of 6.8 billion, nakapag-request na po kami ng 81% ng 6.8 billion, and ongoing na po yung procurement sa division office, and we are na-request na rin po namin yung issuance ng SARO, wherein nakapag-contact na ng bidding ang division office. Hindi lang po sila pwede mag-award hanggat hindi dumadating yung araw na ini-issue ng central office. For the electrification program, nakapag-request na rin po kami ng 62% of the 2.97 billion. Ganun din po ang status niya. Ongoing na rin po yung procurement. And yung release ng staff araw is awaiting na rin po. Nasa budget division na po ng central office. For the restoration of Gabaldon na 2 billion, nakapag-request na po tayo ng 90% of the 2 billion. Yung authority to procure for signature of secretary na pirmahan na po ni secretary, and yung sub-araw, meron na rin po naibigay ang DepEd. Next, for the school furniture program, wala pa po kami na isasubmit kasi dependent po yung recipient school ng school furniture program sa newly constructed school building. So lahat po ng school na magiging recipient ng new hall, magiging recipient din po ng school furniture program. And for 2018, as I have said, this will be a regional procurement. Pero we will be introducing a new type of procurement. We call it the framework agreement. And magpupunta po kami ng training sa mga regional bids and awards committee on how to undergo with the framework agreement. So this is our timeline for 2018 BEFF. For the repair and rehabilitation of classrooms, so yung procurement po siya nagsisimula na po siya. Schedule po natin is target is from January to April. So ang target completion date niya is June 2018, ready for opening ng classes. For electrification program, ganun din po procurement schedule and target completion date is also June 2018. Gabaldon restoration, ang project completion date namin is still at the end ng 2018. And for school furniture program, procurement schedule, we are targeting of March hanggang April, and completion of project will be on October 2018. And these are yung mga ibang activities po ng EFD. Yung February 2023, yung 5-year development plan, nakapag-conduct na po kami last month. And for this month, March 2018, we'll be starting the validation ng mga priority schools for 2019 projects. And for April 2 to 6, natin po din yung EFD para sa national workshop on the finalization of the 2019 budget proposal. And these are my other activities involved in EFD is the orientation of school heads for the recipient schools of the PSIG-1 for the year 4.5-year maintenance period. Ongoing po yung orientation ngayon, kasabay po natin ngayon, nagpo-contact po sila sa Great Eastern yung March 5 to 9, pero mali po yun, not Region 3 but Region 4A po yung pinocontact ngayon. And this is our proposal for 2019 under the BEFF for Tier 1 so classroom construction. We are requesting for 46,000 classrooms with a total budget of 116 billion. Classroom repair, we're targeting 20,000 classrooms with a budget of 7 billion. School furniture, we're requesting for a budget 9.8 billion. School electrification, 2.97 billion. And the restoration of Gabaldon school buildings para sa 250 schools, we're requesting for a 2.5 billion budget. And for 2019 proposal po ng EFD for the BFF, we are proposing a 138.36 billion for our 2019 project. And this is our May 2019 implementation plan for the classroom, repair, school furniture program, electrification program, and Gabaldon Heritage Program. Our preliminary activities for all this project, gagawin po hanggang August 2018. And procurement should start last quarter po ng 2018. And we are hoping by the start of January 2019, maumpisahan po lahat ng implementation ng ating BEFF 2019 fund. And note, all projects should be completed by November 2019 to provide sufficient time for the processing of final payments. And these are some of our implementation strategies. First, yung finalization ng Comprehensive School Facilities Development Plan, yung ginawa namin last month. We also are preparing the site development plans for all schools, and we will conduct a national audit of the school facilities. We will review our memorandum of agreement with the National Electrification Administration for the implementation of the electrification program. We are in partnership with the National Historical Commission of the Philippines, National Museum, NCCA, for the implementation of the Gabaldon Heritage Program. And for 2018, magkakaroon po kami ng inventory of all Gabaldon buildings together po sa mga consultant po ni Jose Calin. Part of our implementation strategy for 2019 is an additional staff for engineers. Because we are requesting for engineers, one engineer who will concentrate on budget preparation and this generation task, and one engineer will concentrate on the procurement, implementation, and monitoring of BFF projects. Okay, before we end, gusto lang namin congratulate lahat ng mga engineers, kahit wala dito, yung mga regional engineers, for the 94.14% obligation rate for our 2017 BFF project. And with that, maraming salamat po sa inyo.